Anthropic CEO Dario Amodei discussed his company, investors, and more. We got some good quotes. So here's how the market reacted to Amodei's early revenue expectations for Anthropic. So he told John Collison, AI is strange in a number of ways. I think one of the ways it's strange is that because it's an exponential, we have a hard time calibrating exactly how big the business will be. So we had the following experience in 2023. I'd never raised money from institutional investors anymore. And so our revenue was zero at the beginning of 2023 because we hadn't released a product. I was putting together something and I'm like, oh, I think we could probably get to 100 million in revenue in the first year. And this caused investors to say—
That's a big number, by the way.
It's a big number. And this caused investors to say, this is crazy. This has never happened before in the history of capitalism. You've lost all credibility with me. Goodbye. But then they actually did it. And in the next year, he was saying, oh, well, I think we can go from 100 million to 1 billion. And having done it the first time, he wasn't dismissed as crazy, but was still often dismissed as crazy. And then he did it again. And so this year, we're halfway through the year. As you mentioned, they're well past 4 billion in revenue in the logarithmic space. So they're going to add another order of magnitude. So this was notable also because it confirms the $4 billion number, though reporting, of course, now pegs it already at over 5 billion.
I think the total TAM for, and I said this on an earlier episode, the total addressable market is going to be like $10 trillion for the language models and associated tool sets. You could put Lovable in there, just all the revenue from this. I base it on 1 billion people in the modern world, what we used to call the first world, spending, call it $50 a month.
Yeah.
That's 50 billion a month. Now they might spend it, $25 on this, $10 on that. Some people might spend $200 on, Claude Pro, and other people might just use the free version and that's enough for them, or run a local version of an LLM eventually. But if you put all that together, 50 billion a month, 600 billion a year across just that billion users. And that's not like other businesses that will be built with AI, and you times it by 20, now you got a $10 trillion, whatever.
It's when you find an AI app that's sticky, that works for you, that you need it and build it into your workflow. That's it. You're never going to not sign up for that. That would ruin my life if I had to get rid of NotebookLM. I use it every day.
It's, and you use it for putting up transcripts of shows or podcasts and then asking questions against them?
Here's the thing that if you produce podcasts for a living is a constant headache. That somewhere in this hour-long video is a quote that I need, is a little bit that I need. Somebody said something in an episode. I think it was this one. Maybe it was this one. You're just constantly hunting for a thing you filmed a week ago, a month ago, a piece of footage that you want to show on your show. And I used to have to just scrub. Half my day, scrub, looking, is this it? Is this it? Maybe it was 5 minutes before this. Maybe it was 5 minutes after this. NotebookLM, you just drop the link into NotebookLM, or you put the video in there and you ask it in regular language. Does Jason say something about Apple's earnings in this video? And it it pulls it right up. And it can even tell you, it can't tell you time codes yet. I'm sure that's coming. Google, if you're listening to this, time codes in NotebookLM, amazing. But it can tell you where. It'll be like, it's towards the beginning or about halfway through. Like, it can even get there.
Wow, that's wild.
And you could even look at the transcript and find exactly where it is. It changes the entire game. Yeah. It changes the whole game.
Yeah, and imagine you have it automatically doing that with a larger corpus of like the 2,000 episodes we've done.
Yeah, if you could put, right.
Or and 200 from All In.
And that's coming. Like, I know that one day I'll be able to do that and just put in our entire archive and be like, what's every time John Collison from Stripe was on, and find every quote he ever gave about traction. And it'll just be like bloop, bloop, bloop. And that would have been months of work.
I go back and forth between trying to figure out if all this money being invested, because we're deep in a J curve right now. We're spending hundreds of billions of dollars on this infrastructure.
Yeah.
And, Anthropic's got 5 and, whatever. I don't know, Grok's got 1 billion or 2. And, ChatGPT, OpenAI has 10 billion going to 20.
Yeah. And every single day, there's another story about this company's getting another billion. This company's looking for an extra billion. They're spending $2 billion on chips. It's a $10 billion data center. I mean, it's just constant. It's constant.
So, what what the depreciation of all those are, and can we ever get above water is the question, you know?